What is up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. R. Kelly found guilty on all counts in sexual trafficking trial. Let's talk about it. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. Okay, guys, if you guys haven't known, R. Kelly has been found guilty on all sex trafficking allegations. Now, guys, before we get into that, I'd just like to go down the history of allegations against R. Kelly. And there is a lot, guys. We have a lot to talk about in this video, guys. So grab your popcorn and let's get into it. Okay, guys, we have a long list of allegations against R. Kelly to go through, guys. We have a long list to go through, spanning all the way back to 1994. 1994, marries Aaliyah. The star, then aged 27, wed 15-year-old Aaliyah at a secret ceremony in Chicago. Mistake number one, guys. Mistake number one. He's 27. She's only 15 years old, guys. She's a child at that age. 15 years old? What does she know about marriage? What does she know about being a wife, guys? I mean, come on, R. Kelly. Vibe magazine later discovered Aaliyah had lied about her age on the wedding certificate. Of course she would lie, guys. Of course. 15 years old? She had to lie, listing herself as 18. The marriage was annulled in February 2015. So, guys, that marriage only lasted 1 year. That marriage only lasted 1 year. A former tour manager for Kelly testified at his trial that he bribed a government worker in 1994 to obtain a fake ID for Aaliyah so the singers could marry. So, guys, as you heard there, the only way, legal way, I guess, for R. Kelly to have married Aaliyah was to get a fake ID for her. For the rest of her career, Aaliyah dodged questions about the nature of her relationship. When people ask me, I tell them, hey, don't believe all that mess, she told one interviewer. We're close and people took it the wrong way. So, guys, she was keeping it a secret from everybody. From everyone, guys. Kelly really spoke about Aaliyah after she died in the plane crash in 2001. She is not mentioned in his autobiography, where the author's note explains certain episodes could not be included for a complicated reason. It's obvious. He didn't want everyone to know his past about his marriage to Aaliyah. Of course not. He wouldn't put that in the article. In a 2016 interview with GQ magazine, he described their relationship as best friends, but declined to comment on their marriage, saying, I will never have that conversation with anyone out of respect for Aaliyah and her mother and her father, who have asked me not to personally. So, guys, R. Kelly is pretty tight-lipped about his relationship with Aaliyah when it comes to marriage, and for obvious reasons. Next we have, guys, in 1996, R. Kelly was sued for emotional distress. Tiffany Hawkins sued R. Kelly for the personal injury and emotional distress she suffered during a 3-year relationship with the star. In court documents, she said she began having sex with R. Kelly in 1991. She began having bedroom fun with R. Kelly in 1991, when she was only 15 years old. So, guys, there seems to be a pattern. 15-year-old Aaliyah and now 15-year-old Tiffany Hawkins. And the relationship ended when she was 18 years old. So I guess his cutoff point, is 18. Once you cross 18, he doesn't seem to be wanting to be in a relationship with you anymore. According to the Chicago Sun, Ms. Hawkins sought $10 million in damages, but accepted a fraction of that amount, which is $250,000 when the case was settled in 1998. Kelly's spokeswoman said she had no knowledge of the accusations. So guys, he settled. He paid her $250,000. He settled, guys. Makes him look kind of guilty, if you ask me. Then in 2001, he was sued by an intern. Tracy Sampson sued R. Kelly, accusing him of inducing her into an indecent sexual relationship when she was 17. Yet another child. The woman, a former intern at Epic Records, said she was treated as his personal sex object and cast aside. He often tried to control every aspect of my life, including who I would see, where I would go, she said. The case was settled out of court for an undisclosed sum, according to New York Post. Guys, I don't even think we're halfway through the accusations, guys. We're not even halfway through. So we have here, in April 2002, 2 more court cases. Kelly is sued by Patrice Jones, a Chicago woman who claimed he impregnated her when she was underage and that she was forced to have an abortion. Monita Woods also sued Kelly, alleging that he videotaped them having sex without her knowledge. The recording was allegedly circulated on a sex tape sold by bootleggers under the title R. Kelly XXX. The stars settled both cases out of court, paying undisclosed sum of money in return for non-disclosure agreement. So guys, you can see the pattern. Accusations arise against R. Kelly and he simply pays them off. He simply hands over cash and get rid of the case. You see guys, it's a pattern. It's a pattern. In June 2002, the star is charged with 21 counts of making child sexual abuse videos involving various sexual acts. Chicago police accused him of taping the acts and inciting a minor to participate in them. All the charges related to one girl born in September 1984. His arrest stemmed from a video that was sent anonymously to the Chicago Sun-Times earlier in the year. They passed it on to the police, who verified its authenticity with help of FBI forensic expert. So this here guys is definitely real. I mean, the FBI got involved and they authentified it. So this here is no joke. R. Kelly, who posted $750,000 bail, immediately denied the charges in an interview with MTV and later pleaded not guilty in court. It took 6 years for the case to come to trial, during which time Kelly released his wildly successful tape In the Closet album and was nominated for an Image Award by the NAACP, prompting widespread criticism. The jury eventually concluded they could not approve the girl on the tape was a minor, and Kelly was found not guilty on all counts. Even with the tape, guys, they knew that the tape was real, guys, but they couldn't prove that the girl was a minor. They couldn't prove the girl was a minor, but the tape is actually real, guys. It actually was R. Kelly in the video. 2002 to 2004, arrest prompt further charges. Kelly was charged with a further 12 counts of producing child sexual abuse images in Florida, where he was arrested at his holiday home. These charges after police seized a camera during the arrest which allegedly contained images of the star having sex with an underage girl. The charges were dropped when a judge agreed R. Kelly's defense team that police lacked sufficient evidence to justify a search. So guys, so many charges R. Kelly has faced, and yet he has never made a jail, guys, in almost a decade. In 2017, alleged allegations of a cult. A long and detailed BuzzFeed report accused R. Kelly of taping 6 women in a sex cult. The article alleged that Kelly seduced young women when they approached him for help with their music careers before taking control of their life, dictating what they eat, how they dress, when they bathe, when they sleep, and how they engage in sexual encounters that he records. The star also confiscated the women's mobile phones and the report said, barring contact with their family and friends. The allegation came from 3 former employees and the parents of several women who said their daughters had all but vanished. 2017-2018, victims approached the press. BuzzFeed's report prompted further allegations. Johanna Pace broke a non-disclosure agreement to speak about having sex with R. Kelly while she was underage. Another woman, Kitty Jones, claimed the star starved her, coerced her into sexual encounters with other women, and physically abused her. Ms. Pace would go on to testify against R. Kelly in the 2021 trial, where he was found guilty, guys. Where he was found guilty. Miss Kitty, along with other members of R. Kelly's inner circle, also spoke to a BBC 3 documentary in March 2018. One former friend and collaborator, Lovell Jones, said Kelly asked him to scout out women. Miss Kitty, along with other members of R. Kelly inner circle, also spoke to BBC 3 News in March 2018. One former friend and collaborator, Lovell Jones, said Kelly asked him to scout out women that looked young at parties and claimed that it was common knowledge that the singer preferred young girls. All these accusations, guys, all these accusations. 2018, mute Kelly. #mute R. Kelly. Staff departures and new court case. The #mute R. Kelly campaign lobbied record label RCA to sever ties with the singer. They also targeted concert performers, ticket sellers, and streaming services with Spotify, Apple Music, and Pandora, all agreeing to demote Kelly's songs from their playlists. But the decision was later reversed. Around the same time, the star's lawyer, publicist, and personal assistant all quit, although his attorney said her departure was unrelated to any allegations related to Kelly's social life. Kelly continued to perform live despite protests outside his shows and was filmed saying the campaign against him was too late. Only God can mute me. So this is the big one, guys. This is the big one. This is a document that led to the charges that landed him in jail right now, guys. In 2019, new documentary leads to charges. Over the course of 6-hour-long episodes, Lifetime documentary serving R. Kelly presented the most comprehensive look at the allegations against the musician. 2 weeks after the program was broadcasted, Kelly was dropped by his record label. Planned concert in the US and New Zealand were cancelled. So in August of that same year, guys, he was denied bail. Appearing in court in New York, the star pleaded not guilty, but was denied bail on grounds that he posted a flight risk. Days later, prosecutors in Minnesota filed prostitution charges against the star, meaning he faced criminal charges in 3 states. The star's application for bail was denied by a federal judge in Brooklyn. March 2020, the trial delayed. Kelly's Chicago trial was delayed by 6 months after prosecutors seized more than 100 electronic devices, including smartphones, iPads, and hard drives from a storage facility holding the star's store equipment. Prosecutors also updated the charges against the star to add yet another victim to the list of allegations. The new victim, referred to as Minor 6, met Kelly in the late 1990s at the age of 14 or 15. Kelly pleaded not guilty to all of the charges. Witness tampering. In August, 3 of Kelly's associates were charged with attempting to intimidate, harass, or pay off alleged victims in the racketeering case. Prosecutors said one of the victims was offered $500,000 to buy her silence, although no money was ultimately exchanged. Another was threatened with the release of sexually explicit photos, and a third woke up to find her car had been set alight in the driveway. The charges filed in New York did not indicate whether Kelly authorized the actions. The star's lawyers denied any involvement. Towards the end of August, Kelly was attacked in his sleep by a fellow inmate in Chicago Metropolitan Correctional Center. The star's lawyer called for his immediate release, saying the government cannot ensure his safety. However, the request, along with numerous other attempts to get Kelly released on bail, was denied. June 2021, legal team placed. 2 months before his trial was due to begin, Kelly's long-term lawyer asked to withdraw from the case. August 2021, Aaliyah's relationship confirmed. So guys, he been denying his relationship with Aaliyah for over a decade, saying that they were just only best friends. But guys, in the last pre-trial hearing before Kelly's trial, U.S. District Judge Ann M. Donnelly made a series of rulings to narrow down what evidence could be shown to jurors. During the hearing, she asked one of the singer's lawyers whether they denied the star had sexual relations with Aaliyah while she was underage. According to the Associated Press, Thomas A. Ferrellila let out a deep sigh and responded no. August, September, trial and guilty verdict, guys. We're current date right now. It's up to date right now, guys, with this accusation. And of course, he was found guilty, guys. He was found guilty. August, September 2021, trial and guilty verdict. The trial began at 18th August in New York. On September 28th, though, the jury found the U.S. star guilty on all 9 counts. Sentencing is due on 4th May 2022, and the disgraced 54-year-old could end up spending decades behind bars. There you have it, guys. The allegations against R. Kelly, guys. The entire history. That was a long list. Guys. Thank you so much for your patience, for listening. I appreciate it a lot, guys. We had a lot to go through, and they finally came back with a guilty verdict, guys, after almost 2 decades, guys. Since 1994, marrying Aaliyah. Guys, that's how far we had to go back on his accusations, guys. He was found guilty, guys. Found guilty. Thanks for watching.